and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Monsoon-induced disasters claim 51 lives. 7 persons were killed across the country yesterday. Public health experts warn for further risk of COVID-19, says the third wave of coronavirus is likely if people do not take precaution. Government confirms 1,875 new cases of coronavirus. 29 people reported dead due to the virus. Taliban seized key Afghan border crossing with Iran. The country sees surge in violence after US troops pull out. And England charged by UEFA after laser penalty incident. The case will be dealt with by UEFA ethics body. And now the news in detail. Monsoon-induced disasters such as floods and landslides have claimed 51 lives in different parts of the country this season. The landslide and floods triggered by incessant rainfall have killed 26 men, 15 women and 10 children. According to police spokesperson Basanta Kumar, 5 persons died in Sindhupalchok, 4 in Doti, while 3 each were killed in Rolpa, Tanahu, Dang, Palpa, Darchula and Gorkha. Similarly, 2 each died in Chitwan, Piuthan, Dhading, Magdi and Rautahat and 1 each in Lalitpur, Makwanpur, Sarlahi, Khotang, Saptari, Kavre, Sindhupalchok, Jumla, Argakhachi, Kaski, Kalikot, Pasthar, Bajang and Bazura. 7 persons were killed yesterday alone. As per the updates shared by the police headquarters, 3 persons died in Darchula, 2 in Palpa and 1 each in Tanaho and Dang. Similarly, 29 persons have gone missing. As many as 1,268 persons have been rescued from various places. At a time when government authorities have relaxed lockdown in many parts of the country, a public health expert has warned of increasing risk of coronavirus in the absence of strict implementation of safety protocols. A report.
Public health expert Dr. Rabindra Pandey said that the prohibited order was relaxed not because the risks of COVID-19 fizzled out. According to him, the rate of coronavirus infection was still at 25 to 30% when the prohibited order was relaxed. He said that the government did not increase the tests while the public has also shown little interest to adhere to health safety measures. Dr. Pandey also warned that there is a possibility of the third wave of Delta variant of coronavirus. He said that there could be more cases of infection outside the Kathmandu Valley, but adequate tests haven't been conducted in those areas. Dr. Pandey argued the government had to vaccinate more people than the present rate of vaccination. In the upcoming wave of coronavirus, those left in the vaccination drive will face more threat, he warned. So far, 2.6 million people have been vaccinated with the first dose, while less than 1 million got second dose of the anti-COVID vaccines. According to Dr. Pandey, it is time for Nepal to review seriously on the lapses made in some steps to contain the deadly virus in both the first and second wave. He expressed concerns regarding overcrowding at government offices, including the Department of Transport Management, Land Revenue Offices, and Tax Offices. I am Prajwal Nepali, and for all of us at Janata News Desk.
CPN-UML's task force to settle the party's internal dispute will be holding another meeting today. According to the party leaders, the task force meeting will take place at 11 a.m. today morning. The leaders decided to sit for talks after yesterday's meeting ended without any conclusion. The task force members, who were busy throughout yesterday, had expressed hope that the warring sides of the party would reach an understanding soon. Task force member Gokarna Bista said that the exact date for the settlement of dispute has not been fixed. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for national news. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 1,875 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The government has conducted 10,504 tests, including 5,374 PCR tests and 5,130 antigen tests, out of which 1,875 cases were positive. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the total number of infected persons has reached 651,380 through PCR tests and 41,469 through antigen test. Meanwhile, 1,286 people recovered from the disease yesterday. With this, a total of 615,613 patients have recovered from COVID-19. Likewise, the disease claimed 29 lives yesterday, taking the COVID-19 death toll to 9,320 in the country. The fatality rate in Nepal is 1.5%. And now the news from economic front. Employees of Nepal Airlines Corporation have launched a protest against the efforts to privatize the state-owned company. Staffers of the corporations have reportedly padlocked the workstations of high-ranking officials in a bid to prevent the company from changing hands. Nepal Airlines Corporation, the flag carrier of the country, however, asserted that it would continue to remain under the full ownership of the government. The NAC has been holding discussions to seek alternatives for its management in the context of acute economic crisis. Responding to the protest launched by its employees over the alleged efforts to privatize the company, NAC said it has requested the government for financial support and has received positive response from the Finance Ministry. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. The Taliban on Thursday seized another key Afghan borders crossing, this time with Iran, according to an Afghan official and Iranian media. According to the Associated Press, the seizure is part of a Taliban surge as American troops complete their pullout from Afghanistan. It was the third border crossing the insurgents have taken in the past week, after previously seizing crossing with Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. The Taliban's wins after caused some countries to close their consulates in the region, while Tajikistan has called up to reinforce the southern border with Afghanistan. An Afghan official said the Taliban on Thursday took control the Islam Kuala crossing point in western Herat province. Afghan soldiers in the border area of Islam Kuala, a major transit route between Afghanistan and Iran, fled from their positions crossing into Iran for refugee, Iranian media reported. Afghanistan has seen a Taliban surge as the American and NATO pullout stepped up over the past few months. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. UEFA has charged England after a laser pointer was directed at Denmark keeper Kasper Schmeichel during Wednesday's Euro 2020 semi-final at Wembley. Television pictures showed a green light on Schmeichel's face just before Harry Kane took an extra-time penalty. According to the BBC, Schmeichel saved the spot kick, but Kane scored the rebound as England won 2-1 to reach Sunday's final against Italy. England are also charged with causing a disturbance during Denmark's national anthem and setting off fireworks. The case will be dealt with by the UEFA Control, Ethics and Disciplinary Body in due course, said a statement from European football's governing body. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin, and the headlines once again. Monsoon-induced disasters claimed 51 lives. 7 persons were killed across the country yesterday. Public health experts warn of further risk of COVID-19, says the third wave of coronavirus is likely if people do not take precaution. Government confirms 1,875 new cases of coronavirus. 29 people reported death due to virus yesterday. Taliban seized key Afghan border crossing with Iran. The country sees surge in violence after US troops pull out. And England charged by UEFA after laser penalty incident. The case will be dealt with by UEFA ethics body. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.